Welcome to the Totally Insensitive podcast, where we give our real takes on the entertainment industry, politics, pop culture, and more.
I love the show, guys. You're awesome.
Listen, my whole family loves it, man.
They're the first thing I turn on.
Think you can handle it?
Yep, I'm ready.
Well, shut up and sit down, because the show starts right now.
Welcome back to Totally Insensitive Podcast. I'm your host, Matt P. Riley. With me is James. Hello, James.
What's going on, everybody? Hello again.
James was on last week, and he did such a swell job that we're going to have him back again.
I made the cut. I'm back. Can't kick me out that easy.
Yes. So this episode, you're going to hear a lot of banter, just the two of us. So get ready for that. James and I have known each other for a couple of years now. Shit. Like 6 years, right?
Yeah, since freshman year.
Well, yeah.
My freshman year, anyway.
Yeah. Well, shit. It's been a
And
while.
yeah, now I'm like a year and a half out of college, so yeah, just about 6 years.
Well, look at that, dude. And it all started
Yeah,
with a round table.
Yeah.
Is that I don't remember the first time I actually met you.
I don't know either.
We
I
all
think-
just kind of like hung out one day.
I think Ultimate Can Jam now.
Ultimate Can Jam. I don't remember that.
You don't remember? That's where I met Jake.
Maybe that's what it was. You met Jake, and then I met you through Jake,
Ellen.
Because
Probably.
that
You
kid
don't remember
just
playing
says
Ultimate
hi.
Can Jam with like Albert and Tyler? Like half the wing. Like Sunday morning. We were all like hungover as shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, dude.
That's how I met Jake when he told me the MILF story.
Yes.
Like it was that night.
That
I was like,
story.
who? It's like 8 a.m. I'm like, who is this kid yelling in my face? Like only getting louder at like 9 a.m. hungover, saying, "Oh, nothing like a Sunday morning. Sweat out all the alcohol. A 20-mile walk home from Hornell." Like what?
Live action, fucking Jake Johnson.
Oh man.
What a wild ass. But yeah, he introduced me to like everybody that I hung out with.
Pretty
for the
much
next,
me
like,
too.
2 or 3 years. Yeah,
He got me into like, well, he knew everybody, and I was like, I know Jake. So
yeah. That's how I got into most of the parties too.
yeah, it's like exclusive club knowing Jake.
Yeah. Oh, you know Jake? Come on in. I've had way too many free beers because of him. There's way too many.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yep. And then there was, let's see, the one time we were in your room. We were going to walk back to my
Oh
room.
man. Oh man.
So I'll
Down the hall a little bit.
Yep. I'll paint the picture. So the dorm room was a corridor style. James's room was on the other side of the hall, or the other side of the building, essentially, but on the same floor.
Probably like 200-300 feet down the hall, right?
Barely, yeah. I could see my door
Yeah.
from your door.
Yeah.
So James's area was like a living learning community. And that means there was a professor there that lived in the dorms with them.
It also meant I was exclusive, unlike you folk on the other wing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Exclusively learning in the community.
We can just leave it at exclusive.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't get into it. So anyways, this professor that James sees, not daily, but you see him weekly, pretty much.
I mean, he was a professor that I had at least for one class every semester of my 4 years there. So
Right. Lived like literally right across the hall from you.
yeah, freshman year he was right across the hall.
Yep.
I wouldn't see him in the dorm that much. Usually, just passing. We were both coming out at the same time, or
Which makes the story even funnier.
yeah.
So we were
Yeah.
playing video games and having a couple beers like we usually did. And we're like, all right, let's go back to my room because we used to have some of the parties in my room or the room next door. And all that.
It was also like the first weekend back. It was the first weekend back in January.
Yep.
So we were like catching up too, like, oh, how was your break? Whatever, blah, blah, blah.
So,
and then
yeah, that's
I was
for it.
I was hooked on I had a Sam Adams Cold Snap that winter. I started drinking that. Phenomenal beer. Love it. Great winter lager. Yeah, not a sponsor, but so I was like, yeah, man, like you gotta try this beer, whatever. So we were going back to your room after we had some beer, but we were taking some beers with us, of course.
Of course.
So, but yeah, I mean, can't go out empty-handed.
Hell no.
Well, so I started like in my back pocket and down the front of my pants, and like put my sweatshirt over the like top of the bottle in my back pocket. No big deal. Whatever. Hidden. Also, mind you, I'm like 19, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, freshman year.
I think we were both underage at the time.
Yeah, probably. And walk out of my door. Guess who's walking into their door? Ooh, Professor P, right across the hall, unlocking his door. You know what? He doesn't bat an eye. Just say, hey, James, how's it going? How was your break? What'd you do? How was this? How was that? Start having like a 10-minute conversation. All the while, I can just see his eyes keep on like just drifting down, staring at like my dick, basically. But it wasn't my dick. It was just a 12-ounce glass bottle in the front of my pants. Looked like a huge boner walking out of my room at another guy and just like staring, mesmerized almost, while like holding a conversation about how my winter break was. And from that point forward, I think he thinks I was gay.
Yeah.
I had him at least one class every semester. I think he believes I was gay.
He probably did, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he always
probably
acted weird around me too.
Did he?
Yeah. I also never really had him for an actual class, so.
True.
Well, except, did I have him for codes?
Codes? Yeah, you did.
Yeah. You got a good grade.
I remember you used to complain about how he wanted his homework, and I was like, yeah, get over it. I've been doing that for 2 years.
Drove me nuts. But now,
it
like,
was a pain in the ass.
I write like that now, which is nuts.
I mean, I wrote in like block letters since high school.
Yeah.
Just in like 11th grade, I just started doing it. I was like, my handwriting's so much neater. I can actually read my notes if I were to go back and read them, which I didn't do, so that didn't matter.
Jeez.
But it's just that he wanted the questions written out, and then he still wanted you to restate in your answer. So you were writing like the question twice. It was a pain in the ass.
It was nonsense. And some of them had like really simple one-word answers too.
Yeah, so you'd have to write like 8 words to write one.
Yeah.
And he would do like 20, 30, 40 questions at a clip.
God,
it was rough.
That class gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
That's the homework. Yeah, we did some
stupid dude, you should have. Yeah.
Well, I did a lot of stupid shit, and everybody else just kind of did their own stupid shit.
I was pretty tamed as far as like, I did the stupid shit, but I did the safe stupid shit, you know?
Yeah, you never really endangered yourself in that way.
I climbed onto a buddy's roof, stuck a grill up there, a flamingo in his fucking his exhaust pipe for his furnace. That was fun. He got mad.
That was the same year that Jake put a hole in the wall and we had to break into the apartment to patch it.
Oh, that was hilarious.
We're at a party playing beer pong. It was you and I against Jake and somebody, right?
I think Smith, your roommate.
Oh, my old roommate.
Old roommate, yeah.
Oh, separate animal. Jake got pissed after winning, and he goes, God damn it! And just punches the wall. His hand goes right through it.
Right through the sheetrock. Fist-sized hole.
So we all just kind of look at each other and look at the hole and go, fuck. And then we put a sign over it so Dealey wouldn't see it.
Yep, the owner of the house who was at a hockey game that night. His roommates were like in charge of the party, who were not capable of handling the party at all.
So then we proceeded to brainstorm how we could fix it without anybody finding out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he came up with the plan within like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was...
Like after we moved the sign on the wall over the hole, like got that covered up, and then we were like, all right, what do we do? I'm pretty sure like 20 minutes later, tops, he walked over to Kevin. He was like, hey, Kevin, so you need a hand like getting the keg and stuff ready for the weekend party? Or like the whatever, I don't know. Was it like the next night or something?
Yeah,
but
I don't remember.
He like got the plan all down, got like Kevin out of the house. We came in. We were like, yeah, we'll come in and like clean the house, get it ready for like a party, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Clean up a little bit. We didn't really clean up. We came in and fucking put some sheetrock on that wall. Spackling sheetrock.
Yup. Then put the sign back on top of it.
Put the sign back up. Didn't see it until one of our dickhead friends came in and like ripped it down in front of Dealey.
Yup.
At the end of the semester.
That was... He took it, honestly, a lot better than I expected him to.
Yeah, he did. I still, he was pissed though, because I still had to go back and sand it, put more spackle and sand it and finish it up for him. Everything except paint. Get it ready for paint. I was like, you piece of shit. Like, I didn't even do it. Get Jake down here, but...
Yeah.
I was just done with him. He put me through a lot of nonsense that year.
Well, yeah,
I was pissed.
We were always running his parties, and he'd be an ass about it. What are you going to do, man? It's just...
I know. People are people.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Shit. What other kind of shit did we get into?
Remember walking around fucking Alfred, like Friday, Saturday night, in a bitter cold looking for the mysterious 55?
55.
It was like the football house or the lax house or some shit at AU, right?
I don't remember who told me. No, I had been there before. That's what it was. I had been to the house, but I was like literally shit-faced when I got to the house the first time. So I wanted to go back again. And we had a decent amount of people that we were bringing. Yeah,
it was me, you, and I think 3 of our friends, right?
Yeah. So we're walking around. It's cold as shit. There's snow on the ground. We're trying to find this house, and we just can't fucking find it. So our friends,
we're all shivering.
Yeah.
We were walking for probably like a half hour already.
Pretty close. In our defense, though, everything's so sprawled out over there that...
Yeah, like all the party houses, they're not like close.
Yeah.
It's hard to like party hop in Alfred.
Yeah. You gotta
if it's
exactly
winter.
where you're going, and you gotta like run.
Yeah.
So our friends gave up, but we were on finding
They couldn't brave the cold.
No.
They didn't like it. They went back to the dorms. Yep. I think they actually got Chinese. I remember we were like, wow, assholes. Like, didn't even wait like till the end of the night.
Yep. But we stumbled upon it. It took us a while, but we finally found it. And it was interesting.
Eventful.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't eventful.
No. We knocked on the door? I think we knocked on the door.
Yeah.
And they said, oh yeah, we're having a party. We're just getting started. And it was maybe 8 kids. Maybe.
Yeah, but they were all in like their jerseys. So it was like just 8 dudes hanging out. And like maybe a few of their girlfriends.
Right. And what the fuck were they playing?
4 or 5 of them were like sitting at a table playing a card game. And the other, like, few were just, like, having a conversation, like, in another part of the room.
Yeah.
Me and Matt were just there. We were just, like, standing there, like, watching. We opened up a beer, just drank it. Maybe we had 2. Did we have 2? I don't even know.
1 or 2. We definitely did not have a lot. We drank them pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were like, all right, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. We just, like, left.
It was such a weird... I don't even know. Like, if they had a pong table set up or something, it would have totally been fine.
Yeah. And they also didn't even, like, seem like they were having a party. It was just like, oh, you guys want to drink? I mean, we're drinking, so sure, come on in, but we're not going to talk to you or, like, asked you to play a game with us, so.
It was so awkward. But then we left.
Yeah. And
we stumbled upon another party.
Yeah, what was it, 17 Main or 18 Main,
Yeah,
right?
17 or 18. It was basically on the way back to, like, the town.
Campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we walk in. It wasn't that big. It was probably like a kitchen and a living room.
Yeah, it was pretty kind of packed, though.
Yeah, there were a lot of people. Music was okay. Cracked a beer, and I maybe took one sip, and this kid,
we were there maybe 5 minutes.
barely. And this kid starts telling us to leave. And at first he was telling, like, everybody to leave. But no one was listening to him. And I was staring at him because he's being an idiot, and I should stop staring at people. And he goes, all right, get out. And he, like, singled us out.
Yeah, mainly you.
Mainly me. And I was like, I'm not leaving. I just opened this beer. I'll leave when I finish the beer, but not till I finish the beer. He didn't like that.
He was also very flamboyant.
Oh, extremely.
Yeah.
One of my buddies from high school was also there, and he didn't take it as well as I did.
No, he was pretty upset when we had to leave.
No, he was very disgruntled, and he was saying a lot of things that I won't repeat, but it was fucking funny.
A lot of obscenities. A lot of obscenities.
Oh, yes.
Walking down the street.
And I don't think we ever went back to that house.
No. Kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, you know?
Yeah.
We also didn't go back to the football house at 55.
Nope.
Whatever sport it was.
Nope.
Didn't go back there either. No.
Wasn't worth it. It's too far.
Not impressed. Yeah.
Man, people gotta throw better parties.
I agree.
But now I don't even drink like that anymore.
Yeah, nah. Me neither.
Like,
I go to brew fests,
yeah.
and other than that, I don't drink much.
Like the night I came up a couple weeks ago, and you know Jake was there and Will, and that was the most I've drank in like a year or so.
Jesus, me too.
That was way too
man.
much.
Yeah.
I remember it all, but I was regretting it the next day. That's for sure.
I mean, yeah, I was fucking tired till like Tuesday, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yep. Now I have one or two beers and I'm like, all right, that's it for a week or so.
Yeah. When I go away, like in hotels, when I'm in hotels, I'll find a bar somewhere and have like one or two beers, get a decent buzz. Like that's what it is now. 1 or 2 beers in like 20 minutes. I get it buzzed. That's sad compared to college.
That's what we've been doing for these work trips. Like the one I went on, we went up near Plattsburgh, and there was 4 of us, and we ate food and had a couple drinks. And then we're like, all right, let's go find a bar. And we found this like brewery that was having like $4 pints. We had like 2 or 3 beers, and we got a buzz. And we're like, all right. Well, I got a buzz. I don't know. They were probably fine.
Yeah.
So then I drove us all home. But yeah, I couldn't fall asleep, and I slept like ass, and then I woke up and I was basically
Yo,
dying.
what hotel did you stay at up there?
Fairfield in the Suites. It's like brand new. It's pretty nice.
That's not bad.
No,
That's not bad.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but what else?
There's a ton of stuff, and a lot of it happened with Jake. And I think what I was planning is, and this is mostly me telling the people that are listening, we're going to have an episode down the road where we get Jake here, and we all just shoot the shit for a while. It'll probably be longer than our standard episode, because there's just so much shit that we did in school that's worth talking about. And
and Jake, I feel like Jake has a memory of an elephant, and he loves to talk.
Yes.
Yeah, he loves to talk, so.
It'll be good. Yeah, we'll probably talk about KU and radio tits.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a good time. So stay tuned for that. Oh boy. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about a few things. Please check out the website at www.insensitivenetwork.com. Check out what we got on there. There's a few cool things. Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, you can stay updated on what we're doing, some of our featured podcasts of the month. And yeah, please just go on there, go on iTunes, leave us some reviews. That would be awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, welcome back, guys. So, we just finished talking about some interesting stories about college and some friends in college. And we had a conversation earlier about how there was talks at some point about a podcast when we were in college, and it never really happened. And it's just funny that
mostly just talk.
Yeah, it's just funny that
unfortunately
now we're doing one, and it's come from something completely different.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and you watch a lot of vlogs, so maybe we're going to talk about some of those for a little bit.
Yeah.
So what, I guess, I've never really watched a vlog, I guess. What do you watch?
Well, I really only watch one guy that actually vlogs, but I watch a few, workshop or, craftsman channels on YouTube where they just, make shit. Like, one guy, he's considered, a maker, Jimmy Durta. He just does, everything. Metalwork, woodwork, whatever. And
that's pretty cool.
Does it all basically, freehand and just makes it out of whatever he can find. He used to live in New York City and do, dumpster dives and, find shit, make whatever he can out of it. And it came out, freaking awesome.
Oh, shit.
And, there's another guy, blacksmithing. I watch a blacksmith. He makes swords and whatever, tools that he needs for his shop and stuff like that. But there's this one guy, Demolition Ranch.
I've watched
He started out with, a gun channel, and he's also, a veterinarian, for animals. So he made, a vet channel on YouTube about his practice, and that blew up along with his gun channel. So then he started vlogging about his home life and just what he does at home and all his stuff.
Right.
And that blew up. And then he started his own business with his own merchandise, where he doesn't only have a warehouse where he ships it himself, his own staff ships it, but he also prints his own t-shirts and hats and stuff like that in his warehouse. So he kind of blew up and went big.
Shit. Lucky him.
Man. And he's really funny. He's a cool dude. He's from Texas. He just likes to do shit with his family, and he has a saying, it's whatever you do today, make better for the day tomorrow or something like that. And it just be productive. It's a lot of motivation and stuff like that. It makes you want to get up and do something instead of kind of laze around. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've watched some of his videos, and they're pretty interesting, the shit he does. He's funny as hell, too. Just fucking blowing shit up. The one I remember was him. Did he blow up a tree? He tried to, pull a tree out, but he used, explosives.
Yeah, Tannerite. Yeah, he left, a 15, 20-foot crater where the tree was.
And then I think the video after he was talking about how he got in trouble or something.
In the video, he was on the phone with the police station.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I can say, what I can't, but in the video, he was yeah, no, it was the legal limit. Yep, just that amount. No more. Yeah, okay, well, we're taking lunch break, and we'll be doing another round 1, 2 o'clock, all right? Just so you guys know. All right, sounds good, cool. Just fucking Texas. Anything goes in Texas, man. Whatever you want to do.
There's no rules in Texas.
It's nuts.
Do you listen to any podcasts?
I listen. I listen and watch. I don't have to watch. I don't know if you ever heard of this thing, Achievement Hunter, like Rooster Teeth Productions. They do like a lot of gaming. Yeah, they do a lot of gaming. Achievement Hunter is like a side thing of Rooster Teeth, where it's just like a bunch of friends that just play video games and like have their silly banter and like stupid shit that they do, and basically anything goes like in their office. They're just nuts. It's really funny. I suggest it. It's pretty funny. And they're like internet production company, so they just post to the internet all of their offshoots of Rooster Teeth. They kind of all have their own podcasts. Some of them are interesting, some of them I'm not interested in, but they definitely have a huge following. They record them. Also have like audio listening too available.
Well, look at that.
So
I've watched some of Rooster
cool.
Teeth's videos. They're an interesting group of dudes.
They're definitely very interesting. Yeah, honestly, I started watching them like in middle school maybe, and I still watch them. They're hilarious to me. I don't know.
Yeah, they're a lot like one of the podcasts I listened to for a while was the Misfits podcast, which is essentially just the same thing. It's just a bunch of kids that are gamers. They're all like, I don't want to say famous, but they're all like YouTube famous for like, video game shit, and they go to all those.
Yeah, that's like these people too. Like internet famous is different from famous.
Right. And it's just all those kids, and they have a podcast, and they just talk about shit. Which, when I first started listening, I really liked. Like, I was really cool, and they would tell these crazy ass stories. But now it's just them talking about things that only really pertain to them and aren't really that interesting.
Right.
Because they do it weekly, and they don't really, like, they do a lot of shit, but a lot of the shit they do is the same thing. So a lot of the stories overlap.
Yeah, I got you.
I've listened to 50 episodes.
Like new content.
Yeah, it's just dying off, and I actually unfollowed them today because I'm not going to bother listening to anymore.
Damn,
which kind of sucks, but I listen to way too many podcasts anyways.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
One that I think you would really like is Dan Carlin's Hardcore History.
Okay, interesting. Like, I actually really do like history.
Yeah, they're long episodes. They're like 3 or 4 hours, which I think you'd like because you drive a lot. But it's about
drive a lot,
just a decent amount.
Wait, you want to hear something wild?
Sure.
I got a new truck last week. Picked it up pretty close to exactly a week ago. I drove off the lot at like 5:15 Tuesday night with 59 miles on the truck. You want to know how many miles it has 1 week later at this very moment?
Oh, no. How many?
1761.
Jesus, dude. Slow down. It's too much driving. You're going to catch up to me way too quick.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. But, yeah, you drive a lot, so I think you would like that podcast. He talks about, like, a lot of things that you wouldn't read in a history book. And he gets really into detail, and he's like, he has a lot of sources and quotes, and it's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I should definitely. What's it called again?
Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. It's very good.
I'll definitely give that a listen.
He has, not to spoil one of his episodes, but he has another like side podcast called like The Addenda, which is like mini stories about certain things that there's just not a lot of information on, but it's a good story. And one of them's about a U.S. Battleship that got torpedoed not torpedoed. Something happened. I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was during the Cold War. They hit something, and the ship went down, and there were all these seamen in the water. And, they got obliterated by sharks, dude. There were, 300 people in the water, and they saved, 30 people.
Wow. I feel like I heard something about that. That was, low-key not really, publicized or talked about, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of, hidden.
Yeah,
Because
because
it was just like almost like a fuck up, kind of.
yeah, he talks
Right?
about that.
If
though.
I'm not
He's like-
mistaken.
yeah, he talks about it in the episode. He's like, they don't really tell you about this stuff because there's not very good publicity for the Navy when they're trying to get kids to get on boats. you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's really good though. You definitely gotta listen to it.
It's kind of like to take it to the extreme. It's kind of like I'm sure Germany doesn't teach exactly what happened with World War II.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't know the curriculum, but yeah, that word.
Ah.
But
I had a good time with it too. So it's-
what do you think they say about their fine country in that time?
it's just one book with one page, and it says, "Yeah, the Jews are okay."
Might have fucked a little bit. It happens.
Hitler may have been just a little off.
A little extreme. It was a different time. You don't understand.
Yeah. They won't talk about it. It's fine. But yeah, there's definitely some good ones out there. If you like, I know we listen to the same fucking comedians. Bert Kreischer has a podcast, and he has people on. He has like Bill Burr on and shit. And
yeah, they're hilarious.
Yeah, Legion of Skanks has one, and they've had a ton of comedians on, and
Tom Segura and Joe Rogan too.
Yep.
They're like all that in that same like comedy clique group kind of thing.
Yeah, and
they're fucking hilarious.
I love their podcast. They're just funny as shit.
Yeah. They also get like really interesting people on too.
Oh yeah, I have some characters on there. A lot of them are in like the comedy scene, but every once in a while, like Legion of Skanks, they'll have some weird fucking people on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had a porn star on, and like this really gross porn star, and they were just asking her this really fucked up shit about like the porn industry.
Like industry, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, and they'll play viral videos and shit, and they'll try and get some of those people on, and it turns out
that's awesome.
Some pretty funny and hilarious shit. Those guys are pretty good. But it's the same thing. Those guys are like the misfits. They're comedians that you're not really going to encounter on the streets, and they're living a life that I wish I was living.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
If only.
Yeah. So I brainstormed a new segment for this podcast that I think we're going to try and do.
Let's hear it.
But we'll see what happens. So essentially, I'm going to take. I said a classic movie, but like a popular movie, a movie that everyone's definitely heard of, and I'm going to stick it in Google Translate.
Yeah.
Go from English to Italian to German to Russian, and then to some other random language, and then back to English.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you whatever Google Translate spits out, and that final language that I put in it.
Oh boy.
And then if you need help guessing, I'll give you some hints based on like IMDb and stuff.
Okay. I had to guess the original title. So it's like title. Telephone.
Pretty much.
It's like telephone through language.
Yeah.
This is interesting. All right. I have no idea how it's going to go.
All right.
I'm the guinea pig, huh?
Yeah, you're the guinea pig.
All right, let's see.
All right.
I'll do my damnedest.
So this title I put through, and the final language was Punjabi, which I think is Indian. I'm not 100% sure.
All right.
I'm too lazy to Google it.
Fair enough.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. Assistant of Wonder.
Assistant of Wonder.
Yep.
Alice in Wonderland.
It's pretty close. It's definitely older, and the original film's 1939, and they've redone it a few times.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yeah.
Hey, first movie in color, 1939 gave it away.
Yeah. Yup.
That's why I know that first movie I color, 1939, was the best.
Alright, you got that one way too easy, so we're gonna make it.
Yeah, that.
harder.
Oh boy.
Fucking chihuahuas. Alright, this one's. The last thing I translated it to was Samoan. And the name of the
Samoan,
movie.
okay.
The name of the movie is I Grow Up.
I Grow Up.
It's another one
I
where
Grow
they
Up.
redid the movie a few times.
Okay. So it's not Grown Ups.
Nope.
I Grow Up. Let's see.
The main character's not a person.
What?
The main character's not a human.
Alright, okay. It's an animal?
Yeah.
Is it like is it animated or live people?
It's
I
live
assume
people, but the animal is like they've done it different ways in different movies, but I would say like it's usually CGI. The animal.
Is it I don't know. Is it like a Disney movie? For some reason I'm thinking of Disney because I'm thinking like animals.
No, it's not a Disney movie.
Can I have the genre?
Action adventure drama.
It's like every movie known to man.
Came out in 2005. Well, one of them came out in 2005. In the 2005 version, the caption is a greedy film producer assembles a team of movie makers and sets out for the infamous Blank Island, where they find more than just cannibalistic natives.
Oh shit, I have no idea.
I'll give you one more hint and then I'll tell you. The hint might give it away. The animal is in another movie where he fights a giant lizard that's known for destroying Tokyo.
Alright, Godzilla. That doesn't help because I've never seen Godzilla. I don't know what that other animal is.
King Kong.
Oh, the gorilla. Oh shit. How does King Kong translate to I Grow Up?
I don't know, dude. Whatever the Samoan language is, it just fucks with the English
my
language.
God. Wow.
Weird, right?
Damn.
Yep. So that one took a little bit longer for you.
Yeah, I didn't even get it.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
do
One
one
for
more.
two so far.
We'll do
All
one
right.
more. This will be the...
Hopefully I can come out positive. I'll take 2 for 3.
Alright. The last translation for this one was Hungarian.
Okay.
The name of the movie is Sea Grove. SEA. Grove.
Is it Friday the 13th? Not on like Grove Street?
Nope. This one has a few sequels. Some of them came out very recently, but the original is 1993.
Oh shit.
And it's based on a book.
What is it? City Grove?
Sea
Said Sea
Grove.
Grove. SEE or SEA?
SEA.
Okay, like the ocean then.
Yep.
Sea Grove. Alright, so I'm guessing it's a aquatic film. Somewhat, maybe.
There's
Is it
water.
like Jaws? How about Jaws?
No, but it's like that same era of film.
93. Ooh. Action, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like a science fiction adventure film.
93. I have some more hints. Damn. What can you give me without totally giving it away?
Let's see. There's only one. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's vehicles in the movie that are pretty, like, if you saw it, you know what it is. They're Jeeps. There's Jeeps in the movie, and like people will pretend like they redesigned their Jeeps based on this movie.
Oh, do they now?
Yes.
Just
And the movie takes place on an island.
I'm clueless again.
I'm wondering what other hints I can give you. Again,
they turn them into like dune buggies, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, but it's not really about the Jeeps. The Jeeps are just kind of in it. The movie's
93.
not really. There's main actors and like main characters, but the movie is really about. It's kind of like King Kong. It's about something else.
Great.
A lot of something else's.
A lot of something now.
Yes. Something that doesn't exist. But used to exist. I'm giving out
but it used to. The Megalodon.
Could be.
Moby Dick.
Oof. You went really left field there. I thought you were right on the money, and then you said Moby Dick.
Okay. I don't know. Something with like something that used to exist that doesn't now.
Yes.
You're
pretty close with Megalodon.
Damn. Do you
really
knowing me
close.
like 6 years? Do you think I've seen the movie
In the last 6 years? Maybe. You've
like,
definitely heard of it, and there's been some new ones in the last 6 years.
I just can't think of like a movie title. Or like really any? Is it like Piranha? Or like Sharknado?
No, it's not anything like crazy. It's a very like popular movie. It's very like
Really?
people love it. They go see it all the time, and people like the sequels too a lot.
How many sequels are there? The fuck?
4 or 5, I think.
Oh shit!
So there's the original, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are they
4
sequels or remakes?
They're sequels,
Oh, okay.
and there's another one coming out next year.
Ooh, interesting. Takes place on an island.
Yep.
Is whatever it's about? Is it a water animal? Something in the ocean? Sea?
Some of them are. I'll say a lot of people get eaten in the movie.
I have no idea.
It has to do with
I'm so bad at guessing.
something that was extinct. People at home listening are probably pissed right now.
I know, I'm clueless. I'm very bad at guessing. Kind of, but I don't at the same time.
We're usually pretty good at talking about movies. We usually get them pretty quick. Seagrove.
Seagrove. Is that like close? Like, does that help me at all? Seagrove?
Sea, definitely not. Grove, yeah, I can see how Grove is kind of the same as to what this kind of is. It's
Great,
2
my
words.
whole thought process was based on sea.
Yeah, no, I'd focus more on Grove, but it's 2 words. Yeah.
A grove could be like a jungle or forest or
a park.
Okay, I guess so.
A park with extinct animals on it.
A zoo. Oh, what's that movie about the zoo? Jurassic Park?
There you go.
Oh, a.
Apparently, some of these are very hard.
Yeah. See, I've never seen them, so they don't come to mind.
You're going to have to give me like a list of movies you've seen. So next time...
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's what we'll have to do.
Next time we can be more spot on. Yeah.
Well, this was a fun trial, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I got one. That's not bad.
Yeah, you did get the first one. That one was pretty...
Also, the easiest one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I just want
once you gave me that clue, it was done.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 1939 really gives it away, huh?
Yeah, for me at least. I know weird facts like that.
Oh, boy. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back to wrap up the episode. Thanks. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to take a second to talk about something that's been on the network website for a couple weeks now. If you go on there, you'll see something called Featured Podcast of the Month, where we're essentially linking up with other podcasts that talk about things that we don't normally talk about and featuring them on our social medias and on the website and selling a little bit of their merch and just kind of cross-promoting some stuff. So our featured podcast this month is actually Coming Up in My Sneakers. It's hosted by Heather LaDuca. She interviews fashion industry powerhouses and learns about their come-up stories. She finds out how they got to where they are today and what it's been like to do it in their shoes. With a focus on fashion industry leaders, she also interviews guests in lifestyle, art, sports, and music. It's a pretty good podcast. They have some interesting characters on. I would totally give it a listen and shoot on over to her Instagram and follow them at Coming Up in My Sneakers. And yeah, stay tuned for future podcasts, and we'll have a new one every month. Keep up to date with that. It's pretty interesting. Thanks. Welcome back, guys. We're going to take a couple minutes and talk about some of the stuff we're going to do in the future, some future episodes, and some future segments we want to try. So we just did that movie. I keep wanting to call it movie mashup, but it's not really a mashup. We're going to try next week too. Yeah. We're going to switch it around every couple of weeks and do song lyrics. We'll do really famous, really well-known song lyrics. And I'll throw them through the Google. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, throw it through the Google Translate a few times. And I think it'll work better because it's a real sentence. And
yeah, definitely.
Made up nonsense.
Words that shouldn't be together that are.
Right, like Seagrove. What the fuck is a Seagrove?
It's a forest underwater.
Yes, probably. But I think what would be cool too is you and I have talked about this in the past about you're really into Grateful Dead, and there's a lot of people out there that are also very into Grateful Dead.
Yeah, Deadheads were everywhere, man. That's like I was saying. You just don't know until something happens close, and it's like, wow, where did all these people come from?
Yeah. So I think we're going to work on the two of us getting a segment or getting something going on. There's a blog on the website too. We might do something on there instead. We'll figure it out. But
yeah, definitely
be something cool to look forward to. And then we mentioned earlier doing a future episode with Jake and doing some more of those, stupid college stories and all the crazy dumb shit we've done. But I think that'll be cool because there's definitely a lot, and that'll be a pretty long episode. We might have to break it up, but it'll be cool.
Yeah, no doubt. Some items to reminisce on.
Yes, and Jake is a character, so.
Oh, yeah.
I might have to turn the volume down on the mic because he has very poor volume control.
Yes. One direction and it's up.
Yes. Oh, yes. And then, so one of the episodes that I've been working on kind of over the past week or two is, and I told you about it very briefly, but it's going to be something to do with opposites. So we're going to have someone on that's a lot older and has a lot more life experience. And we're going to have someone on that's a lot younger, maybe still in college and is just getting into the real world, essentially. And we're just going to see how different they are and ask a ton of questions back and forth. And we're working out the details for it now, but it should be pretty interesting. And
see different thought processes and how they see the world differently, I guess, from generation to generation, really.
Yeah.
Be pretty interesting.
Yeah. And especially with all this stuff going on now, I had someone that I asked to be on the show, they go, why do I feel like this is a setup for one of those OK Boomer memes? And I was like, you can't really meme a video. I mean, you can, but it's hard to do with a podcast.
Audio, yeah.
But anyways, so that's going to be some of the future stuff that we do, and it'll be fun. So definitely look out for that and stay tuned for all that fun new shit that hopefully works. And if it doesn't, well, I guess we just crash and burn.
Yeah. Nah, I think it'll go well.
Yeah. But
I don't see why it wouldn't, to be honest.
well, yeah, it's true. We'll see. We're gonna try and get some new and different guests than we usually have on. So it'd be cool. And
yeah.
so one of all the other things I wanted to talk about was something I'm trying to add to the podcast. So or the network, I should say. So if you've been on the website the past couple days or couple weeks, actually, you may have seen like a little like featured podcast of the month segment. And we've been getting so many emails about that and people asking to be featured, and like it would be awesome to feature all these people, but the whole point of a feature is it's like exclusive and it's something new and it's something that we don't usually do, and we defeat the purpose of everybody we emailed, was featured 1 month. So what we're going to end up doing is creating another page where we like have not featured podcasts, but it's like, hey, this is a really good podcast. We really recommend you listen to it. Yeah. They're going to get their own, I'm calling them squares. They're going to get their own square, their own link to their podcast and a little intro about them, and an exclusive piece of merch you can buy on a Pizza merch. You're going to get an exclusive Pizza merch. Some exclusive merchandise you can buy in our store. And
what kind is that? Pizza merch.
Pizza merch? That's James and the Giant Peach, dude.
Oh, okay, duh. I should have knew that.
That's transcribed from ancient Hindu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what Abby used to call me freshman year. My RA. James and the Giant Peach. No, James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Dimwit. Ancient Hindu. What the fuck? Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Alright, I'll allow it.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, so that'll be something cool to look out for, and it's going to be pretty cool. All this stuff that's coming up. I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But thanks, guys. Thanks for letting us talk at you, and hope you enjoyed this one.
Thanks for me again, Matt.
Yeah, of course. You'll definitely... James will be a recurring voice. So, get used to it. I hope
so, yeah. It's pretty fun. I like it. Happy to be here.
Good. And please go on iTunes. Not you, James. I mean, you can. It would be cool. But listeners.
Yeah, don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Yeah, I'm not the government. My bad. Sorry.
Go on. I'll allow it. Fair enough.
Go on iTunes. Leave us a review. Leave us a rating. We really value that stuff, and it's helpful to know what you guys like and don't like. So keep that stuff up. That's all I've got. So we'll talk at you next time, guys.
Sweet.
Thanks, James.
See you later.
Bye.
No problem.